Mm-hmm. Oh, is it working? Are we about to be live? Oh my God. Oh my God. This is getting easier. I'm live before I even want to be live. Oh, and then there's the, there's the, all right. Hang on. 1 second. Hang on 1 second. This is my unprofessional go live. This is number 4. Hang on. Let me make sure things are going well.
This is number 4.
Yep, I hear myself. All right. Okay, now, here's the official start. Hello, Diet Rebel Scum and Diet Rebel Scum Curious. Diet Rebel Scum being those of us who have rejected. How dare we reject the advice handed down from on high, from the great medical professionals, the diet professionals, some physical fitness professionals, and just so much of the damn physical fitness and medical world has handed this diet advice down from on high of the high carb, low fat, meat causes cancer, BS food pyramid. We reject that. I reject that. I followed that for a long time. I thought that was proven in science, but I think it was not proven in science spelled with an S. It was proven in science spelled with a $sign. That's how the old saying goes these days. Yep, science with a $sign happens far too often. And I'm feeling more and more outspoken about it, to be outspoken about it, because we've got to be outspoken about these things. We have to help guide the medical profession to do what's right for people's health and not so much for the $sign. As everybody knows, the pharmaceutical companies took over Western medicine many a year ago. Everybody knows the story. I'm not going to recite it here, but I just got to put it out there. That's why I'm a skeptic. But I am not a doctor, and that's why you need to question everything I say. And it doesn't offend me one bit, because I listened to a bunch of other YouTubers back in my lacto-ovo-vegetarian days and vegan days. I was quite a fan of some vegans and all kinds. The pescatarians, the let's see, what else is there? Well, I think there's some that eat chicken. They allow to eat chicken, but I don't even eat chicken. I think those poor chickens are treated absolutely terrible. Okay, I'm just rambling now. I got some of my latte up my nose. So, I'm drinking a honey latte here, all decaf. My AFib that I was ranting about last time has not returned. And I tell you what, I'm getting better about doing this one thing. And it pisses me off. I'm becoming a teetotaler now. I have been drinking a lot less. Now, not that I was ever a heavy drinker, but I did, when I would go out for a beer with my buddies, or buddy, whichever the case may be, I would knock back, 3 to maybe sometimes 6, if we're talking for a long time, domestic, lower alcohol content beers. I think they're in the neighborhood of like 4.2% alcohol. But, when you don't drink very much, it doesn't take very many for me to be feeling no pain. But those would always affect my running. So these days, I get up early and run 3 days a week with my running partners, and I do another run on my own or 2 in between those. So I'm hoping to get up early in the morning and run by myself tomorrow, as I ran with my running buddies this morning now this says 21 degrees. If you see here, 21 degrees. It's on my activity here. I've got this where this doesn't show my mouse. See, I'm trying to point with my mouse. You know, I might as well point with my finger. Yeah, no, that doesn't work either. Doesn't get out of this camera frame. That's all right. Okay. So, ran 21 degrees Fahrenheit, not Celsius. I haven't done the conversion. I need to learn the conversions on there so I can be nice to convenient for everybody. I really appreciate it when good. Well, see, here's what good YouTubers do. That's why you should not subscribe to this channel, because I suck and I am practicing. So maybe check back in a year or two. I might be better. But a good YouTuber would have the conversion up there. See what it is Celsius. But anyway, 21 degrees Fahrenheit is below freezing. 32 degrees Fahrenheit is when water freezes. So my toes got a little chilly. They got cold. They got frozen. Then they thawed out. But then what's weird is they started freezing again. I don't know. It's probably part of the damn neuropathy I got in my feet that's still not lightened up. But I've been running anyway. It's tolerable. Painful, but tolerable. But the AFib, back to drinking. See, that's another reason. Don't subscribe to this channel. I forbid you. Don't torture yourself like this. But can you hear my cat? I got a 22-year-old cat that's whining to get in, because it's past my bedtime. You know, usually she's sleeping on top of my chest or on my back or on my head. It's cute. Makes for not good sleep. Probably wouldn't be recommended by the sleep advocates. You know, don't sleep with a cat in bed with you. You know, it just goes bad. Okay, but we love our cats. I am a cat person. I have a dog. Love him too. But you know, it is what it is. Okay. I said last night I was invited to a birthday party with some peoples, and we went to a restaurant. The restaurant has a bar. I often go there and drink beer more than I eat. That's been my tradition. But last couple of times I've been there, I've actually ordered a hamburger, and I got a double cheeseburger with bacon, no fries, no chips. So I forgo that. Nice place about this place, it doesn't automatically come with a high carby, you know, side order. And I ordered non-sweet iced tea just to have a beverage. Non-sweet, so no sugar added. It was just tea. And I drank one glass the whole night I was there. And so this was probably like I don't know, hour and a half, probably 2 hours max. Then we're sitting there. And I actually got home, got in bed early enough to get up at 4:30 a.m. to be meeting with my running peeps at 5:30 to do, 5.41 miles. And so I did 5.41 miles and averaged 8:55. So a few of these miles were, this was the shape it did. You know, this is our downtown area, so it's got a few hills in it. Nothing too major. This route was kind of some longer slopey hills. There is a bit of a steep one in there as you go up over the bridge, over the highway. Bridges are always hilly, aren't they? Almost always. Now, one thing that was kind of a little bit saving grace, average heart rate 139. That's kind of hard to believe because towards the end of this, okay, Liney Poo. Okay, don't go anywhere. Just stay right there. I got to let the cat in. Kitty. Okay, come on in. All right, there we go. Hey, you want to be on my live stream? Here, let me introduce. This here is Linus. Have I introduced her before? This is a girl. I gave her a boy's name. Is because I was wanting Linus. Not that you should have been a boy, but I was trying to do the Peanuts gang. So I'm just gonna let her down, and she may scratch at the door to get out. And if that happens, I will have to let her out. Let me put my headphones back in because I cannot hear. I want to hear my lovely voice through my nice microphone here. Okay. Don't drink my coffee, cat. And this is decaf. Did I say that earlier? Yes, it's decaf. So I've been keeping away from the alcohol and the caffeine because those things, I heard from a medical professional on the YouTubes about alcohol being this doctor talks about heart arrhythmias. This kind of like this guy's specialty. So, I mean, he is a traditional Western medicine establishment doctor. So, you know, he's done some. I saw a video he did on some other things, some other little bit of a. Well, I said controversial. Well, everything's freaking controversial now, isn't it? That's kind of pisses me off. Things that should not be controversial are called controversial. You know, you feel like you got to walk on eggshells when talking about them. That really sucks, doesn't it, Linus? It really sucks. Yeah. Linus, I think she's lived to be 22 now because I've been feeding her a lot of ground beef for the last, since 2020. 2020 is a pretty shitty year, wasn't it? It was. It's the day the earth went mad. I think there's a book written with such title. So, anyway, I've still been running. You know, the AFib thing, I've been testing myself with my little cardia device, little EKG machine. And been testing as a normal sinus rhythm. And I don't even feel my heart flutter or anything. Now, that's not to say my heart's not going into AFib or something while I'm running. I don't know. I'd like to have an EKG machine that was like that would operate while you're running. I wish they would release one. Man, I'd buy that in a second, even if it was like $500. I'd buy it tonight. Well, maybe I ought to see if there's one out there. There's probably not. The company Cardia or whatever, they would probably make one if it was legal. It's probably illegal. They probably don't want us having. The medical establishment doesn't want us having too good of medical devices, I'm thinking. Because they don't want a citizen. Should I call us citizen doctors? Or I guess I don't want to use the word doctor because that's probably bad. You'd probably be sued for it or something, or impersonating a doctor. But anyway, citizens concerned about our health that want to live naturally. And that you live naturally, don't you, Kitty? Pretty much. I don't know how natural using the bathroom in a litter box is, but I mean, it's kind of natural. I mean, it would be more natural than using the bathroom in a toilet. But I digress. Back to running, being alcohol free. So tomorrow night I'm invited to a New Year's Eve party. This is New Year's Eve, is it not? It might be New Year's Eve where you're at. So I intend to not drink. No alcohol. I'm going to walk around with maybe a mocktail of some sorts. Maybe I'll do a little mixed drink of my own, and it'll have no alcohol in it. People might think it's got alcohol in it, and if they think that, that's great. But if somebody asks me, hey, what are you drinking? I'm not going to lie and say I'm drinking a Jack and Diet Coke if it's really just a splash of Diet Coke, you know, and with a splash of maybe some, I don't know, however you'd make a fake Jack and Diet Coke. Hell, you just pour a glass of Diet Coke and just say there's some Jack in there. Nobody would know. But I'm into honesty, folks. Honesty's the best policy. I mean, I may withhold information if it's none of your business, but I mean, you know, some things just shouldn't be talked about. Some things need to be private and a mystery. But when it comes to like alcohol consumption, I'm going to be honest. And because at first it's pissing me off about being a teetotaler because you stick out. But you already stick out as like a low carb dieter, right? When you're not partaking in all the fun cookies and cake and things like that, and you say, "Oh no," and then they see you fixing your lunch, you know, when they've got the cake and ice cream or whatever's out, cookies, and you know, I do have the ice cream binge problem now and then, which I haven't had one in a while. Maybe because I'm putting a little bit of sugar in my coffee. I don't know. Maybe it's kind of keeping that stuff away. It's keeping those the temptation to binge away. It's either doing that or it's making it even worse. I don't know. I'm in a phase of experimentation. But I haven't binged on the ice cream in a little bit. So I don't know. I'm going to call that a success. So I'm trickling in some sugar in the form of hippie organic sugar, a little teaspoon at a time here and there. And then I've got this honey I am trying to finish off. So I got this honey. It got all crystallized, so I had to heat it up and get it back to liquid. And it's this local Oklahoma honey. I live in Oklahoma, United States. And they say it's better for your allergies or to keep allergies away if you eat local honey. Have you ever heard that? I heard that back in my vegan vegetarian days, actually. And actually, strict vegans, they don't eat honey, do they? Because it exploits the bees. And we don't want to do that, do we? Well, I do it now, but it is what it is. Okay. Back to what the hell I was talking about. Yeah, my AFib's okay. So it has not returned, which I'm glad. And they say there's a few AFib doctors out there, and they say it only gets worse. You'll end up, you should be on these drugs, and then they can do something called like an ablation, and they go in and burn part of the heart. I think my dad had one of those done to try to. It's the if you got heart tissue that's beating out a rhythm, got an electrical problem, they can like silence that part somehow. I don't know if they burn it or shock it or something, but it's called an ablation. So I didn't really look into the real minute details of it because I'm not interested in having it. I'm thinking whatever's triggering my AFib, it's probably dietary or lifestyle something or other. And I think if I just live right in accordance with nature, that it should go away. I'm hoping it goes away. I mean, I didn't have it before, didn't have it many years ago that I ever know of. I don't know. It's kind of a familiar feeling, when the heart's fluttering, it's like I've felt that before, but it may be something that happens to everybody now and then. A heart goes out of rhythm. I mean, I don't think it's perfect. I may have said that on the last live stream. So it wasn't unfamiliar feelings, but I didn't feel like I was in trouble. I just didn't feel right. So then I started testing myself with the little Cardia EKG device, and yep, AFib all damn day. But not anymore. So one of my other buddies that was at this birthday party last night, well, he also doesn't drink. So he was just, he didn't order beer or mixed drink. A couple others at the table did. But it was all okay, We're all cool with each other. We understand. And my excuse was not that I'm just giving up drinking 100% or anything. It's like, hey, I got to get up real early in the morning and run. And my buddies all know I've been a runner for many years. And so it's like, oh, yeah, that's cool. So, yeah, no big deal. No real peer pressure. But New Year's Eve, it's going to be the same thing. I'll have a little something drinking, but it will not contain alcohol. So, and I'm going to get up and run with my running peeps on New Year's Day. And there's supposed to be a coffee shop open. I think they checked. Somebody in our running group checked. And so I'll probably go, and I may have like a real cup of coffee. So, or like a chai latte or something. I'm hoping it has less caffeine, but will have some sugar in it. I'm sure. They're pretty yummy. So it'll be maybe a bit of a New Year's morning bit of sugar, but little caffeine. That's kind of the plan. Yeah. All right. I think I better wrap this up and not make this too long. I'm just kind of rambling. Just wanted to check in, say hello, and that I'm still around. And I'm loving doing the live stream thing, even though got no live audience. That's okay because I'm just jibber jabbering talking. But someday I'm gonna get somebody's gonna pop in the live and chat and ask a question. And if that happens, I'm gonna be talking all night long because you know what? I can do that. You ask me a question, I am gonna, because I've got a lot of opinions about the health and diet world because, we all want health and we all have a diet of some sorts. And if you're passionate about it and you're really trying to do the best of what you're you're trying to solve this, get through life with as little problems as possible, like a lot of us do, and we don't want to take drugs. We don't want to just go into the medical monopoly. It's not my term. I stole that. Dr. Reese? Is it Kevin Reese? It's the guy that talks like this and just sounds so mellow. I could listen to him all day. Yes, medical monopoly. I refuse to participate. Some things we were forced to participate. Don't say we weren't forced, into some medical intervention in the recent years. Coercion ain't cool. Not a bit. Always got to throw that in. Informed consent's important, people. We got to keep fighting for it. Okay, gonna wrap it up. Diet Rebel Scum and Diet Rebel Scum Curious. Well, don't subscribe. I forbid you to subscribe. But check back with me later for more. And let's make this another low-carb day. Check you later.